I'm on the Understanding Domestic Radicalization team, and our work involves reading up and researching cases of domestic terror, and then coding the variables on those individuals into the global terrorism database.
Compiling data of Muslim Americans who have condemned violent extremism or any form of terrorism and violence.
How the neurological background to empathy and the neuroscience to it, so how that can impact how one would approach building empathy in someone else.
Basically being able to go from designing and implementing projects to academic research, I've been able to run the whole gamut of things to do at start, and it's been a great opportunity for me.
It's a really good organization to kind of dip your feet in many different fields relating to terrorism. And even if that's not like a subject matter that you're particularly interested in the beginning, you'll definitely learn a ton of transferable skills that you can take with you when you pursue a career after college. And you never know, you end up loving what you do here, and then that might be your career. Come into the office. I basically will probably check in with my supervisor.
A lot of my work revolves around researching cases of domestic terror and then coding some variables about those perpetrators into the global terrorism database.
Like open up a Google Doc and start researching or continuing on whatever I was researching.
Find articles or reference pieces that are related to whatever my tasking is, and then compile an analysis of those.
Terrorism is one of the biggest topics to come across politics and the news, and very often you hear a lot about misconceptions that, from my time at START, I know are not true, and I can explain to the people around me, oh, this isn't true because the research shows this or that.
Working with a group is definitely both a benefit, and there are also challenges to it.
Working with other people in these teams, I've learned that I play a more logistical role when I'm in a team setting. So I'm all about setting the deadlines, making a schedule, making project plans, and doing all those logistical things, instead of I know other members of my team are more they like to contribute ideas and they're really innovative, versus I'm really stick to the book. I'll pull up an Excel sheet, start making a plan, setting a timeline and stuff like that.
It's really nice because you can lean on someone if you don't understand something, or if you want to if you have an idea but you don't exactly know if it's a good idea, if it's a bad idea.
So group collaboration can help me in the future because in part, a lot of our faculty mentors bring to us some new techniques that we may not know about.
I think group work's really important in the real world, so I think it's really good experience to have going into it.
Group work has kind of been a little bit of an Achilles heel for me in the past. I'm a little more hesitant to work in groups than by myself. I think that's something I really gotten over at my time at START because I've been able to see the benefits of that. So it's been a little bit of a process of self-realization in that aspect.
Some benefits of START enrichment events, there are really a lot.
The benefits of attending enrichment events is basically you get to explore a lot of different topics and kind of dip your feet in many different areas.
You really get an opportunity to meet with researchers who go into more specific focuses on some of the topics we research here at START.
START also brings in professionals from non-academic sides of terrorism research and studies. They give us strong insight into what their day-to-day is and what life working for their various agencies or companies can be like. That's very valuable insight.
The FBI is thinking about moving their headquarters to Greenbelt, and the University of Maryland is really involved in that from the academic standpoint. And so we got to go to a press conference there and kind of hear from like the mayor and from Bill Braniff and Dr. Lowe and different people. And so that was like an interesting perspective and kind of like the relationship and how START internships can lead to things after college and careers. It's really cool because everybody here kind of has like a similar thing that they want to study and that they're interested in, but there's so many different paths to take after, and like START does a good job of kind of covering and like giving us more information so that we can like choose the right path and like giving us the right context, things like that.
What careers can you go into after interning with START?
I found that it was really easy to apply my biology and psychology knowledge.
I've been looking at careers in like intelligence community, so with the federal government. I've also kind of been looking at more like nonprofit community building.
I'm really interested in either going into consulting or defense contracting once I graduate. And a big portion of that work is the ability to communicate as well as do research. And here at START, and I would say almost any team, those are two critical components of the work.
Some of the skills that I'm learning at START include data visualization and data management and how to conduct research.
A lot of coding, a lot of reading a lot of articles and kind of narrowing it down and figuring out what's important, what I should pay attention to, skills like that.
Along with all these skills, I felt like I built a lot of transferable skills that are applicable to a lot of different fields. Like I can talk about working in teams, as well as giving presentations, creating posters, making videos. I've done all of these different things that if I ever needed to end up like leaving this type of industry, like terrorism research in general, I'll be able to, I'm well suited and capable of doing so because I've built so many skills here.
For more information, please visit www.start.umd.edu/education/internships.